Okay, so I have a couple thoughts for this video, and it's been after I recorded the video. This is post editing Sebastine, so I just wanted to add a couple thoughts in the beginning of the video. For me, I think this whole situation is like a matter of ego and trusting in yourself too much. Trusting in what you've created for a market that you believe is big enough for you to even try to rebel against the same people that put you in the position to create this whole new wave. And I say that because I'm not gonna take away the talent of NewJeans and the talent of Min Hee Jin in terms of being a creative director. And it seems like this whole thing has given her the ability to even think she would be able to do something like this. Like, to even think that the the thing that she, I guess, created, this whole, not this whole wave, but like this movement of NewJeans, and like the the constant success, and I guess the progression of the success, has put a battery in her back to try and do this quote unquote company takeover. Like, I feel like, honestly, it's one of the only reasons why she felt the need that she can do this. Like, when you have success, it becomes like, with success comes a level of confidence, a big level of confidence. And that said, confidence can turn into arrogance, to where you will literally scorch earth to get what you need. And at the end of that whole quest, you will either be left with like a less fulfilled life of achievements, accolades, but not like actual fulfillment. You know what I'm saying? Like, because as we know, the NewJeans members see her as a motherly figure. That's what she's portrayed herself to be. But her actions don't really seem very motherly. They don't seem very nurturing. It seems like it's for personal gain. The parents, personal gain. The adults, personal gain. And they're dragging these young girls and putting venom in their minds to think that what's being done is done for the greater good of everybody. When on the flip side, the detriment is more imminent than I'm guessing, like, the whatever you're looking for with this. I'm not gonna lie, the battery has been in Min Hee Jin's back for a while. And this support of some people who are literally supporting her is adding to said battery. Like, she knows that the girls are literally a ticket to her success. That's why she attaches herself to them. She attaches herself to everything. It's like, this is my group. I did this, da 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 da, blah 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 blah. I got the parents on my side. I got people. I got the public is on my side. I got the news stations on my side. I got little secret people in Hype who are ready to do this company takeover. Like, it's literally like I'm getting the people on my back so we can battle this big giant, not knowing that this big giant could literally be a sleeping giant. And not only what's the word, not only add, like, put out the fire, put out said fire of you scorching earth, but it can also drown you. And it could be very, like, it could be very unexpected. And in that whole time, you use these girls as pawns. You use these people's love for these girls as pawns to fuel your personal gain. That's one of the things I'm thinking, like, bro, like, this is this I don't see anything really good coming from this in the long run. Like, well, this is in the front of the video, so we're gonna talk about, I guess, where I'm coming to this big ass, like, talk. You can listen to it or not, or skip ahead, it's fine. But I feel like this is honestly a sense of trusting yourself too much, to where you don't care about the people who are literally giving you the opportunity to even think that you're in a position to do something like this. This is why we should protect the artists. We should protect the kids, the young folks, because their minds are literally so impressionable. You don't know the lasting effects you have on their mind. And this is the sacrifice. This is your sacrifice to get what you want. In my opinion, I don't think it's going to be worthwhile in the future. In my opinion, Minhee Jin has embarrassed herself a lot crashing out like this. I don't really know what she wants in the end of all this. But hey, man, seems like it's working in her favor, right?
I wanted to wait like a good minute until like the tide, I guess, died down a little bit with the whole Minhee Jin NewJeans stuff. And also I was waiting on Internet's Nathan to drop a part 2 on this quote unquote saga, but honestly, I don't really care to just wait. You know what I'm saying? I do have some thoughts on this because this whole thing is a major headache to me. I'm gonna be honest with you, and also just the um the words that was said from Toki's. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all really got me fed up. Like honestly, y'all got me fed up. I wanted to wait because I didn't want to be wanted to come off as a clout chaser and drop in the height of all the heat and add fuel to that fire. I'm probably adding fuel to this fire now, but hey man, listen, I stuck my neck out for NewJeans and Minhee Jin in the past, so that should say something, honestly. But I guess not. I guess everybody has amnesia. But today we have a video because you guys knew or you guys know. But today we have a video, and I'm assuming it's talking about the that emergency meeting that the girls had. So yeah, the title was called "The Cost of Speaking Out." For me, I'm gonna be honest with you. When they did that, I was very surprised. But a part of me was like, bro, I respect it. I respect the decision to come out and say something, even though what was said in that video kind of made me scratch my head. But anyway, hey man, listen, I'm here to just hear another creator's thoughts on this situation because it seems like not that many people really be talking out about certain things or quote unquote scandals or whatever's going on. So I like to hear a different perspective, if there is a different perspective. That's all I'm gonna say. This is the cost of speaking out. For me, I honestly think that like speaking out against a a company or a label as big as Hybe is very tricky. It could be very tricky because Hybe is like, to me, Hybe is like a neutral, like a very neutral type of label. You know what I'm saying? Like we're getting a couple of we're getting a couple of stories about like mistreatment or just like certain things that were going on when Hybe was coming up or the business dealings, but we haven't gotten like the what's it called, what's it called? You know how we see SM and JYP as labels. Like I don't think they've gotten to that status of like how they treat their artists. So for me, I'm just thinking like, okay, speaking out against Hybe, that we probably don't like speaking out against Hybe. We probably don't know how that's gonna go or where it's gonna go. So seeing some shit like this is honestly like, it's interesting. But I'm yapping too much. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be yapping throughout this video. So let's go. Let's do it. Okay. Preview is honestly embarrassing how at every opportunity.
Embarrassing how at every opportunity the adults in this situation have completely failed to
I agree.
protect the NewJeans members.
I agree. I agree. To be honest, I agree. From that lady to the parents to some other people in Hype too. I agree. Like, damn. What's this creator's name? Hold on. First off, I want to see this creator's name so I can shout him out. This is a wire shred, right? Wire shred. Okay, so shout out to Wire Shred for this.
So, today I'm diving into a topic I've avoided until now. When this story first broke, I wasn't that interested in NewJeans, so I didn't follow it that closely. I assumed, like most K pop scandals, it would start with a flood of information and then quickly get swept under the rug. But this case was different, thanks to one chaotic agent, Min Hee-jin, the former creative director of Adore and NewJeans.
And
Throughout the Hybe versus Min Hee-jin
first thing I do want to say though, to all the people who think that what I said involving Min Hee-jin has a lot to do with, or just has almost anything to do with NewJeans and the members themselves, like as artists or as like people, I'd like to reiterate my gripe, or the reason why I stopped listening or watching NewJeans music videos and stuff on my channel for a minute was because Min Hee-jin. Like, she was really crashing out. She was doing a lot of things and a lot of information was coming through, and people were like, nah, all like a dumpster fire of info and a dumpster fire of comments. I just decided to take a little break until this Min Hee-jin saga was done. I didn't know that it was going to get to this. Okay? I just want to reiterate that. First things first, second things second. Whenever NewJeans pops up on my screen, a smile comes across my face. So to all the people who thought that I was just like, oh, I was just like hating on NewJeans, or I didn't really quote unquote love them like I said I did, you're wrong. You know what I'm saying? And I'm kind of concerned because like I don't like y'all still, like, the thing is, y'all still are for this woman, gang. Like, I really gave her the benefit of the doubt multiple times. I thought she was just a kooky creative director. After all this shit and all these surprise meetings and everything, her crying on camera and all this other, like, I'm just like, bro. And the way she talks to them, like, man.
saga, her main
Or
goal
talks
seemed
about
to
them.
be keeping her name in the headlines. It didn't matter if her claims were wild or baseless. What mattered was getting them out there. When I realized this wasn't going to play out like a typical K-pop scandal, I decided to catch up. A few months ago, I started to follow it more closely, and recently, we hit a new milestone. Today, well, probably yesterday because I'm slow at editing, the NewJeans members spoke publicly for the first time without company oversight. On a new YouTube channel, they shared their thoughts on alleged mistreatment by Hybe and their new management, even expressing a desire to have Min Hee-jin reinstated, claiming she's essential to their identity as a group. This was the moment I knew I had to speak up. This decision, whether they knew it or not, has sealed their fate.
I don't think so. I don't really think so, because after well, for me, I'm thinking like the public is still messing with NewJeans. I'm seeing NewJeans never die everywhere, and also with the with Jason, who put ETA on his stream, and then NewJeans literally recreating that shit. I'm not gonna lie. Two things. One, I don't think the public really, in a whole, really is going to turn their backs on them. And two, this literally was a diversion. To me, I think it's a diversion. I feel like people are not going to forget about the stuff that happened because these good moments are coming back. That's what I think. I I think it's like a, what is it, a bait and switch or something like that. Like, the attention is gonna be back on NewJeans to succeed because, nigga, the public messes with them.
To be clear, I'm not villainizing NewJeans.
Never.
They're victims here, just caught in an adult game they can't control. I realize that as of this live stream, only one of them is still a child. However, their relationship with Min Hee-jin started long before they debuted, and their naivete is clear from how they talked during the live stream. Here's the thing. Their live stream proved that they have absolutely no awareness of how reckless actions like this could impact their careers. I know a lot of people have been calling them brave, but it's not brave, it's reckless.
I think it's brave, but I also think it's reckless as well. Like two things can be true at once. You know what I'm saying? Like it, but like gasoline literally does not care which side it's on. It just goes straight to fire. You know what I'm saying?
They even felt the need to clarify that Min Hee Jin didn't ask them to speak out like this, because, of course, that would be everybody's first assumption. Even
Yeah, but the thing is though, what if think about it like this? What if everybody's first assumption was that Min Hee Jin told you to speak out? You don't think that Min Hee Jin could also tell y'all to say Min Hee Jin didn't say do this? She maybe didn't, she maybe did, but hey, shit.
my cynical nature doesn't buy that for a second. For one, this statement was in no way beneficial to the members. Yes, clarifying possible mistreatment is important, but any and all reference to Min Hee Jin was never going to go favorably for them. The only person who benefits from the members speaking so positively about Min Hee Jin
It's
is Min Hee Jin
exactly.
herself.
Exactly. Oh my gosh, bro. Oh my goodness. I'm not gonna lie. I feel kind of bad because like I'm not even going, like, aside from all this stuff, like I said in my community post, I'm like, bro, we need to stop using artists as shields for adults' selfish game. Because like literally, like, they're kids, bro. Like they're kids, they're young. This business web of stuff is cutthroat. It's not a fun thing. It's sad to see some young people, young artists, young aspiring artists, to not only one, witness so much success, witness the public loving them, and that being tainted by someone's selfish gain. Like that's sad to me. And like the way they speak for Min Hee Jin, I'm gonna be honest, they have autonomy over their own thoughts and their decisions. But like I hope all of us aren't too naive to think like Min Hee Jin literally has a hold on them. I'm not gonna say a chokehold, but a hold on them. You know, to me, it's just sad, bro.
Min Hee Jin's original tactics didn't work, and she was removed from her position. Now, it seems like she's using the girls as pawns in a new strategy, sacrificing their future careers for a sliver of a chance at her own personal gain, hoping that by painting herself as the victim, she can claw back some public sympathy and maybe even regain some semblance of her power. Before this, I assumed they'd get the Fromis 9 treatment, being kept on the sidelines until the heat died down. But after going against the company so publicly, I don't see how Hybe can bring them back to the same level of activity. What's
I'm not even gonna lie to you. I think anything is possible. I think anything is possible at this point.
even more concerning is the level of attachment NewJeans has to someone who is provably a terrible person.
And that's one of the reasons why I'm like kind of sad for them, because like they're so closely attached to her, as if like it it seems like, in a lack for a better term, or no pun intended, like whenever she says jump, they jump. Like that, like that's one of the things that kind of makes me sad, because like they're young as fuck, impressionable as fuck. Like, of course they would attach to the person who probably or seemingly is, like, I guess, like showing that they're on their side, and probably like putting those type of words in their minds. Of course, we don't know what's going on behind the scenes, but like the way that they speak, you can obviously see that that's kind of like the thing, like sprinkling the little nuggets. So when they speak as if like they're speaking from their perspective, but they are. There's just a little bit of the Min Hee Jin is salt baying a little bit of like information in there so they can, like so they can just spew the same rhetoric.
The relationship between Min Hee Jin and NewJeans is deeply troubling for several reasons. First, Min Hee Jin is not the mother figure to these girls that she's continuously tried to frame herself as. She is their boss.
And not even gonna lie to you, bro. If you literally have to keep saying like, I'm a mother to these girls, I'm a mother to these girls, I'm a mother to these girls. Of course I'm not gonna like steer them wrong. I'm a mother to you. They just keep saying it, and then niggas is gonna think like, oh, okay, so you're more worried about proving yourself as this mother than actually being the mother in your actions. Because why do you have to keep saying that? You know what I'm saying? Like why do you have to keep saying that you're a good person? Shouldn't you already be doing like good person things and not really caring? And honestly, I can tie that to me because sometimes I be speaking out telling people that I'm genuine, and I can understand the hypocrisy in that. So it's like, okay. So it's like I'm just conflicted on thinking like if she's really a mother figure to them, or she just wants her public perception to be good regardless of what happens.
Any emotional attachment she's fostered with them is inherently tainted by the power imbalance at play.
Yeah.
They are minors in an industry that demands obedience, and Min Hee Jin held the key to their careers and futures. Based on the credit that NewJeans attributes solely to Min Hee Jin, it seems as though they still believe that to be the case. When someone in a position of authority over you builds a unusually close, almost familial bond, it can become manipulative, even exploitative.
And it's very, very, very predacious. Or predatory. Let me say that. Predatory. Predacious is probably not even a word. Like, it's like, bro, like, you go to this person thinking they going to do you good. You doing good for a little bit. Then boom, the good is no more. I feel like that's a common thing when it comes to like music industry and stuff like that. Like I've seen a couple of, I also saw the TLC doc or TLC movie yesterday. And I was like looking at how they were being treated, and just like they were having so much fun until they realized the reality of the thing. I guess at this point, they probably have not realized the real reality of what's going on. They just having fun, working hard as hell, making good ass music, and like the shit hit the fan.
The boundaries of what's professional and what's personal are blurred to a dangerous degree. Second, there's the constant praise and admiration NewJeans have for her, which is concerning because it suggests they either don't know about the problematic things she's done,
or they don't care,
or worse, they do know and are still defending her.
Like they probably don't give. I'm not gonna lie. If they're not on those Stockholm syndrome type of stuff, they probably don't give a fuck. They just gonna ride the bike until the bike crashes, and when the bike crashes, or like they're gonna drive the boat until it crashes on an island, and it's just gonna be them and the island. It's gonna be them on the island by themselves, and then either two things are gonna happen. Min Hee Jin is gonna keep what she says, or that veil is gonna break when everything is really crashing down, because that's when you know the true character of somebody is when literally they have nothing else to gain, and we're just on like, it's either your morals or self-preservation. Not every time not every time that self-preservation is going to match up to the morals that you tell the world. Okay? I hope they don't get to that point. I really hope they don't get to that point, but like everything that's going on, it's like, yo, y'all are really defending this woman. Understandably so, because like she has the keys to your success pretty much, since y'all keep saying how much y'all admire her for like she holds the keys. And if y'all are caught If y'all are really caught in that web and it takes y'all to the rockiest of bottomest, I hope that Minhee Jin, I really, really hope that Minhee Jin keeps the word that she says for them. I don't think it's gonna happen because of just like, I'm not gonna lie, one of the pieces of information that I was given about how she talks about them is a very, very, very key like thing for me as to why I think she really don't really give a fuck about them for real. To be honest, I don't care if it's a private conversation or not. The way you talk about somebody when nobody's watching or without them watching tells a lot. It tells a lot about your character, gang. It tells a lot. Words mean power. You know what I'm saying?
Let's not forget that Minhee Jin tried to do a company takeover, dragged other K-pop groups through the mud for media play, and there's evidence she's spoken negatively about the members behind their backs.
I want to ask y'all, I'm not going to lie to you. I want to ask you guys this. Say you and somebody that you believe, I'm asking you, specifically you watching this, answer this. Say you are with someone that you thought would be a good person, could bring you a good relationship with the career, with the promises of riches, fortune, success, all these other things, and the start of your relationship, which is the foundation and the impression that they put on you, is so strong that when you hear like that they've been talking about you behind your back, talking about you as if like you're just you're just a robot. You're like talking about you like saying you're dumb, saying all these other things, and like but behind your back, like you didn't even get to see this. It was just exposed. What would y'all do? Would y'all still trust this person as like a person to say that they actually love you or actually care for your best interest? Would you do that, or would you have in the back of your head like, damn, if she really talking about us like this to our backs, like, damn, bro, like, how do you really feel? Like at the end of the day, fuck all the success. You told me that you love me. You told me that you care for my best interest. You told me that you actually give a fuck about me, and you talking to other people like as if like I'm nothing. As if like I'm dumb as hell, don't even know what's going on. I'm stupid. The veil is over my head. She could pull the veil you could pull the veil anytime that you please. Me with my brain, and I think since I'm 25 now, I don't think my what that shit called? Prefrontal cortex, whatever the fuck, ain't kick in yet. When I was younger, I still ain't fuck with people who talk behind my back. I don't care how close we are. I don't care how close we are. I'm not believing what you saying. You know what I'm saying? Like what would y'all do? What do y'all think? How would you move on about this situation? I would like to know, because I feel like a lot of y'all are just honestly not caring about this whole thing as a whole. Y'all just want NewJeans to be successful and NewJeans never die, all this other stuff. And anybody that's against the NewJeans movement is deemed a hater or just ain't shit. Even if your disagreement is attached to Minhee Jin. Because remember, I stuck my neck out for them. I stuck my neck out for Minhee Jin. You don't think that you know what? Whatever, bro. Honestly, I don't know. It's just another moment where people think I'm just like bullshitting when I hop on this camera and talk about how much I like people, how much I love these people, and they do some dumb shit that goes against my morals and what I see. Then I just want to take a break back. But y'all think I'm just like, like I honestly don't understand it at times. But at the same time, I shouldn't be surprised. I was just surprised with who it came from. I literally said in a video, did I get a tattoo? Did I get a tattoo of the NewJeans logo? And y'all niggas still think I'm just cool.
Calling them idiots and fat pigs.
Like Slim, like this is, you don't talk to people like this. You don't tell people who you care about. You wouldn't say no shit about this to them.
The fact that they seem oblivious to this, or perhaps are so emotionally dependent on her that they're willing to overlook it, is deeply unsettling. This isn't a normal mentor-mentee relationship. It looks predatory.
Hell
now,
yeah.
I don't throw around that term lightly, but there's an undeniable pattern here. Minhee Jin has gone out of her way to build this narrative of being a maternal figure to the group, and that narrative has clearly worked. The girl's unwavering support of her, even after her removal, speaks volumes.
And also the parents too. Like the parents are on that side as well. I'm not gonna lie. If I was a parent and like, I'm not even gonna hold you, bro. If I was a parent, I'm not a mom or a dad, but I'm saying like if I was a dad, knowing that I have a wife and my child is in a group where another woman is saying she's a maternal figure, I'm 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 on that. Cause what the fuck are you talking about? She has a mom. Fuck is you talking about? I don't care who this lady is. We this maternal thing is odd to me. That's not flying. I'd ask my wife and her mother, hey, how do you feel about this? Are we just gonna let this slide? You know what I'm saying? Like, this lady is calling our daughter a fat pig and an idiot. Hey, mom of our daughter, would you say that? No, exactly. So what the fuck? Like, why are we letting this? Why are we letting this slide? That's what I want to know. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want to know.
They've written letters to and about her, comforted her in times of distress, roles and behaviors that no professional relationship should involve, especially not between a boss and her underage employees. It's almost as if she created a bubble around them, isolating them emotionally from others and centering herself as their main source of trust and guidance. It's incredibly inappropriate, and frankly, it's grooming behavior.
But hey, we're gonna let this slide because why? I want you to guess why you think this. People are letting this shit slide because why? I'm not even gonna say it because we all know. People like we all know this shit.
By definition, building trust and emotional dependency to exploit them. Whether or not the girls are aware of this is unclear, but their defense of her shows just how deep this attachment runs. The troubling part is, in their eyes, Min Hee-jin can do no wrong, and that loyalty is blinding them to how damaging this relationship is and to the actual damage she's inflicted on the industry.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie, you gotta respect their decision though. We gotta respect their decision though. My opinion, what I think is gonna happen, two things are gonna happen. Either this is gonna be the nastiest crash and burn that we have ever seen in the K-pop industry and maybe music as a whole, or she's gonna go off and just keep, being a creative director to NewJeans, and they're just gonna burn these bridges and they're gonna be fine. They're gonna be fine. In my opinion, they're literally going to be fine. But at the same time, it's like, I wonder how that promotion's gonna go. That's what I wonder. I wonder how that's gonna go. I know the fan base is strong as hell, but there's a lot of things that I've seen where it's like your fan base can be strong, but that promotion matters. Putting that money into that promo matters. That marketing, them music videos, this, that, and the third. Like putting the amount of money that goes into an artist's success, it makes so much. You can see a complete difference when that artist or that conglomerate steps away from this big label. You can see that. So it may go the right way, it may go the wrong way. All we need to do now is watch, because NewJeans never died. NewJeans never dies, remember? So, hey man.
But Min Hee-jin is not the only adult exploiting these girls. The parents of the NewJeans members also deserve scrutiny. Rather than stepping in to protect their children from the chaos surrounding Min Hee-jin, it seems like they're enabling it, or at the very least turning a blind eye.
I honestly want to know what did she tell them to what did she tell the parents to get the parents to be on this woman's side? You're not talking about my daughter like that. I don't give a fuck what you give them. You're not talking, or at least if I'm letting this shit go, I'm on hots. I'm on ass. I'm literally in there seeing what's going on, because at this point you are not trustworthy. You can't even talk about them nicely behind their backs. Like, come on, damn. Like, what the fuck?
Many parents in the K-pop industry view their children's careers as opportunities for financial gain, and in this case, the NewJeans parents seem no different. Instead of safeguarding their daughter's well-being, they're allowing them to be used as tools in a power struggle. I would go as far as to say that the parents seem to be leveraging their kids' fame for their benefit, placing profit over protection. They're complicit in the manipulation and emotional toll that comes with it. This lack of parental oversight is just as troubling as Min Hee-jin's behavior. Their live stream and public defense of her are the most glaring signs that they are way over their heads.
I want to do like a mathematical equation. The amount of parents who are like on this side to one Min Hee-jin is fucking crazy. You know how like some like say like a group of people are like, and there's like a big group of people and something crazy happens and we're asking like, so none of y'all thought that this was a bad idea? None of y'all thought this was a bad idea? Assuming that every one of the members have both parents in the household, that's each member times 2. That's a lot of people. That's like more than 10 or maybe 10. So I'm just like, so all of y'all are for this. That's a very, very crazy. And I'm just saying this because I don't know what she said to the parents in full, nor do I know each parent's involvement in it. But right now it don't seem like one parent stepped in. So, hey man.
This whole situation causes me so much pain. It's purely because I'm watching a group of young girls basically digging a grave for their careers, all for a woman who would drop them in a heartbeat. Or the second they get a single wrinkle or like a gray hair. Let's not forget the gross photos Min Hee-jin decorated her room with. They don't have the influence or pull to be making this kind of power move. We've seen time and time again that when idols step out of line in this way, their future under that company is over. Hybe isn't going to forget or forgive this kind of open rebellion.
Like this is a coup. Like this is like a mutiny. Like they're not gonna let that slide. If y'all, I'm gonna be honest, if y'all thought that what was said about some Hybe staff and how they treated them, you think this is gonna be better? If she was to come back, that's one thing that I'm kind of like not concerned about, but I'm like I find very interesting. Like Min Hee-jin literally did this thinking she was gonna be back in the company and she was gonna be treated with a lot of grace. Like, bro, like you tried to cause a coup. You tried to do a company takeover, gang. Even if the thing is, even if you didn't even say like your intention was not to do a company takeover and all this stuff is a lie. All these things were a lie. The company takeover thing, everything was just a lie. And it was just a way to make you look crazy. Perception is everything. Even if it wasn't true, you don't think all the people in the staff aren't gonna think that you're just like that they aren't gonna think that you're just like some crazy woman trying to just do all this stuff. Like you think everybody's going to be on your side? That's a level of delusion that I wish I had, honestly. If I cause a mutiny in a company trying to take over the company, gang, and also threatening the biggest money maker or reason as to why this company is the company, and that's why this company gave you the tools to get to a position you are, I'm thinking I'm coming back in that office with good vibes, nigga. No. It's gonna be a battle every day. Cause I can't be trusted. Like I'm not gonna be trusted. They're not gonna trust me. I don't even want to be there. I honestly don't want to be there. So hey, man, shit. It's just gotta respect people's decisions.
And let's be honest, they're too early in their careers to think they can pull this kind of ultimatum and come out with all of their demands fulfilled.
Yeah.
They'd be lucky to come out of this unscathed.
They'll be fine,
Scamming
though.
is a little much for a widely beloved group, but I wouldn't be the slightest bit surprised by a permanent hiatus in their future.
I wouldn't be surprised by a smear campaign. I'm gonna be honest with you. like a possible smear campaign coming, I wouldn't be surprised by that.
Again, I
But I
wholeheartedly
don't really think
don't
it's gonna
think they
happen.
deserve this treatment. But I also can't foresee Hybe taking this well, and this might just be the way to punish them.
That sounds so weird.
Disbanding them would mean ending their contracts, in which case Minhee-jin could snatch them up and build them as a group from the ground up with a pre-existing fan base. And I know their greasy CEO would rather die than see that happen, which is why I speculate that Hybe will be sending them to the dungeon.
Oh my gosh, why she call him greasy?
I wish that idols speaking out didn't automatically spell the end of their careers. I don't think I've spoken on this yet, but I'm a big proponent on idols being vocal about things they're unsatisfied with.
Me too.
It's one thing to shed light on situations that require it. It's a whole other ball game when you breach a company contract to trash talk Hybe in broad daylight. But in this case, it's deeply disappointing that the stance NewJeans has chosen to take is in defense of Minhee-jin.
But at the same time, though, what we gotta realize is like that quote unquote manipulation and exploitative stuff laid so many roots in like the reasoning as to why they're on her side. I can honestly, as disappointing as it may seem, I can understand why they are on her side. You know, that's their decision to make. We gotta respect that decision to make and just hope that they can, you know, find the success that they need to find. Just not at Hybe. Do this somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? Like, just go ahead, man. Minhee-jin is Minhee-jin. As crazy as fuck as she is, as much of a generational crash out that she is, she make it seem like she can turn water into wine. You know what I'm saying? So just make it happen. Make it happen. Let's just hope they don't actually snap out of this trance that you got them in, and let's hope that you still keep that veil of protection you have over the Miss Maternal figure. Let's just hope that you do that.
It's such a twisted game. They feel shunned by other Hybe groups, leading to their feelings of mistreatment.
And also, I'm not even gonna lie, you know what I'm thinking? She probably told them like, hey girls, we about to go through a storm, but I'm gonna have to use y'all as a way to and you guys have to be the forefront to get us out of what we need to get at. They're mistreating you. They're treating you like shit. Don't worry about what I said about y'all though. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry about that. Them text messages, they fake. Don't worry about those. Don't worry about those. I got y'all. But just know, this is one of the sacrifices we have to make to be great. I have to use you guys. I already got your parents on board. Your parents are on board. Why don't you believe me? Huh? Why don't you believe me? Your parents, the people who birthed you, are on my side. Believe me, and I could take you to the promised land. Like that's what I'm thinking is what's going on, honestly. So I'm not really surprised.
And yet they can't seem to connect the dots that the very woman they're defending is the cause of their ostracization. It's frustrating to see them in this dynamic. There's a delicate balance between transparency and strategy, and this situation is a prime example of how sometimes the public doesn't really need to know everything that happens behind the scenes. There is such a thing as too much transparency, especially when it can cause irreversible damage. You can criticize Minhee-jin, and you can also criticize Hybe. They are not mutually exclusive.
Right.
Most of all, I just want to see NewJeans supported by people who actually care about them. It's honestly embarrassing how, at every opportunity, the adults in this situation have completely failed
Even though, like,
to protect the NewJeans members. And that will be my last statement on the matter. That will be all from me for now. See y'all next time.
I honestly think that this was very well said, and said by someone with a very level head. At the end of the day, aside from whatever you think about me and my opinions towards NewJeans, I hope that they are in a situation to where they can be protected, really, by people who actually give a fuck about them. I don't really see that happening, but hey, man, It is what it is. Just want to reiterate again, if you still stayed to the end of this video, which I probably didn't, but hey, man, my gripe is with Minhee Jin and how she just did this shit. Like, I really hope this thing that she's putting in their minds, she can keep that up as long as possible. Because like I said before, like I always say, the dark is going to come to light. The shit is going to hit the fan. If you don't flush that poop in that toilet, you going to smell it throughout the whole house. So let's hope she got some good plumbing, my nigga. Like, because at the same time, y'all going to tell me what y'all think, so I don't even need to ask. But, like, I do want to know, if your leader spoke to you in a way that, if your leader spoke to you behind your back, would you still be on their side when it turns out, or like when it's seemingly like she's doing things for personal, like when the veil is broken, like my question to you is, what does it take for you to see a veil being broken? That's what I want to know. Please let me know, and please be respectful in the comments. Don't call me a monkey. Please just wait till I start talking about 17. Because those are the people who call me monkeys any fucking way. So hope you guys have a good day. Not 17. 17 didn't call me monkeys. I'm talking about carrots. I'll see you guys in the next one.